Hello, families. My name is Shelby Pillow, and I'm going to be your child's special education teacher this year. I'm very excited to meet all of my students and welcome them into my classroom. I know that navigating the public education system with a child who has special needs can be very challenging, so I wanted to make a quick video to help put your minds at ease and trust that your child is getting the appropriate support they need while they are at school. I just wanted to talk about the history of special education, some key court cases that have shaped the system, and provide some resources that can empower you to advocate for your child. My goal is to help you stay informed and feel supported in your child's education journey. Let's work together and make sure your child has an amazing year at school. Before the 1970s, students who have special needs were often denied public education and placed in institutions where they received no formal instruction. The small number of disabled children who did attend public schools were segregated from their typically developing peers, which is not only heartbreaking, but reinforced this awful narrative that these students were burdens and not part of the educational community. Thankfully, this approach changed significantly in 1975 when the IDEA Act, which stands for Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, was passed. This law guaranteed that children with disabilities had access to a free and appropriate public education, also known as FAPE, and required that they be educated in the least restrictive environment whenever possible. Over the years, special education practices have gotten even better when teachers started to introduce accommodations and modifications that allow disabled students to engage in content at their grade level with their peers. There are many different options for students with special needs now, including co teaching classrooms, resource rooms, and self contained classrooms, which gives parents and teachers the ability to place students in a setting where they will be the most successful. While special education has advanced greatly, there are still several challenges being faced, such as federal government failing to fund IDEA, which can put financial strains on individual states and school districts. However, IDEA's core purpose remains intact and ensures that students with special needs will get the support that they need to be successful in their academic journey. Here are two important court cases that are helpful in showing parental rights and students' educational rights under IDEA. The first case is the School Committee of Burlington versus the Department of Education of Massachusetts. This case is important because it addressed whether parents could be reimbursed for private school tuition if they decided that that was a better place for their child because of an inappropriate IEP. In the end, the Supreme Court ruled unanimously that courts have the authority to order reimbursement if the private school placement is considered the most appropriate placement for their child. This ruling ensures that students with disabilities have access to the appropriate services and education that they need. The second important case is Florence County School District 4 versus Carter. This case is important because it reinforced parents' rights by ruling that parents are allowed to place their child in private school if the public school failed to provide free and appropriate public education under the IDEA Act. This school district was unhappy with this because they felt reimbursement should not be granted if the private school did not meet IDEA requirements, but the Supreme Court ruled that parent placement should not be held to the same standard as public school placement. This court came to this conclusion because they found that if a public school is failing to provide adequate education, parents should have the right to seek alternative placement, even if the private school does not meet every requirement of IDEA. These cases are both important because it affirmed the fact that parents have the right to advocate for their child's education, especially when the public schools are failing to meet the needs of their child. When a student is diagnosed with special needs, navigating the public education system can come with many obstacles for families. Thankfully, there are many resources out there that can make finding the most appropriate education a little bit easier. So, here are some sources that I would recommend when you are navigating public education. In Washington State, parents can utilize the Office of Superintendent of Public Instruction. The website Special Education Division provides guidance on IDEA compliance, IEPs, and procedural safeguards, which helps by ensuring that students with special needs get the services that they need. It also provides many additional resources that will help parents navigate the special education process. Another great source that can be used nationally is the Council for Exceptional Children. This resource is helpful for parents and teachers because it offers research-based strategies on how to support students with special needs, and it's constantly being updated to stay current in laws and policies, and it also helps parents understand how laws like IDEA, FAPE, and LRE are used to protect their child's rights. Another resource that I would recommend is the U.S. Department of Education Office of Special Education Programs. This website is extremely helpful because it provides information on special education policies and provides guidance on legal compliance so parents can stay informed about their rights and what services are available to them. I hope this information helps you feel more confident and supported as we work together to ensure your child receives the best possible education. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to an excellent year. Bye!